What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're continuing with our A to Z of world coins, and it's the letter G today. Now, first things first, we are omitting Germany, and we're going to do Germany in its own video because I've got quite a bit from Germany, from stuff from Prussia, which we're going to include in that, Saxony. Then I've got wartime stuff, including some occupation stuff for other countries as well. And then obviously post-war stuff and even a load of euros as well. So we're going to do that in its own separate video. Today we've got the Gambia, Georgia, Ghana, Guatemala, Guyana, and then we're going to finish it off with Greece because we have got a fair bit from Greece as well. So let's get into it, and we're going to kick it off with the Gambia. And first off, we've got this, which is a pretty cool coin, I think, and it's 50 batats, which is half of a Dalasi. Got the African ox on there. And then the President of Gambia. Says there, Republic of the Gambia, 1971. A mintage of 1.7 million on this one, so fairly common. No mintages on this one, and I'm sure most of you may have seen this before. It is a cool coin just because of the similarities to the 50 pence. This is a 1 Dalasi. We see the crocodile there. I think, is it the long snouted crocodile? Something like that. And then the coat of arms on the other side. This one's in really good condition on the reverse, but the obverse, a few specks on it there. But that's a 1998. And then we've got a 2011 as well, and this one's seen better days. I think I have got some other ones of these in my duplicate box, so I'm going to check whether I've got a better 2011 when I do get a chance, but that duplicate box is getting a bit overflowing at the minute, so it's not an easy task to find what you're looking for. That's the Gambia done, just the 3 coins, and then we've just got the singular coin from Georgia. And this is a 5 tetri. And there we see the Alazani Valley Lion, which is actually a gold sculpture, like a little model, dated back to the 3rd century BC, found in the Alazani Valley. And on this side, we see that sun symbol there in the centre. It's called a Borj Gali, and then the Tree of Life underneath it. 1993. Again, couldn't find a mintage on this one, but we do have an animal on a coin. It's an interesting depiction of a lion as well. Google it if you want to see the model itself. It's quite interesting. As I said, next up would be Germany alphabetically, but we're going to do Germany in its own episode. Got so much from there. Next up, Ghana. And this is 20 Pesewas from 1967. Just got the 2 coins from Ghana. Freedom and Justice. And there we see, that's a cocoa tree, is it? We've got the coat of arms on this side, with a sword and a staff there in the top left. I think Osu Castle, which is the presidential palace, in the top right. Again, a cocoa tree there in the bottom left, is a bit worn. It's an old coin. And then that's a gold mine in the bottom right. And then we see a lion and the St. George's Cross as well, displaying its ties to the old British Empire, I guess. But quite a cool coin. I think we picked that up from the coin store a while back. And then we have a 5 Pesewas as well here. Although it's a smaller denomination, it is a lot more modern, this one, 2007. And there we see the coat of arms again, flanked by some birds there. Not sure what they are. Eagles, presumably. And a man blowing a traditional horn there from Ghana. Pretty cool. So we're going to skip Greece alphabetically as well. We'll do that at the end just because there's so much. We'll rattle through these countries where we've got less of first, keep it a bit more interesting. Next up we have Guatemala. Again, just the 2 coins from here. Guatemala's in Central America. See the coat of arms there. And on this side we have Bartolomé de las Casas, who's a 16th century colonist who was known for trying to bring in more peaceful colonisations and was very much anti-slavery. Not at first, but he did end up being, and he's credited with being one of the first to try and initialise a universal system of what we now call human rights, basically. Yeah, quite a cool coin. And then we have one from 2000 as well, slightly bigger one, and 25 centavos from the year 2000. Again, we see the coat of arms there. It's a Quetzal bird and laurel branches. And you see on that scroll in the middle, probably struggle to make it out. It does say Libertad, 15th of September 1821. The date of independence for Guatemala. And on this side we have a native bust in traditional headwear there. It's a pretty cool profile. And then moving down to South America, we have this 1 coin from Guyana. As it says there, traditional gold mining, $10. Bank of Guyana. And very similar, of course, to our 20 pence. 2013, this one. And there we see the Guyanan coat of arms. And then to finish us off, we've got a load of coins from Greece. I think about 50, 51. I did have to remove something from Numista, which should have been here, but I can't find it. So yeah, maybe I've put it in the wrong envelope or something like that. I'm sure it will turn up at some point. Now to kick us off, we've got 50 lepta. Coat of arms there and the defenders of Greece. And on the obverse we've got King Paul I. This one's actually minted in Paris, 1962. 20 million minted of those. It's quite numerous. And then we have a slightly newer one in much worse condition. And on the obverse on this one we have King Constantine II, who was king from 1964 until the monarchy was abolished in Greece after the military coup. Very interesting time in Greek history. And then in 1973 we have this first of the post-monarchy coins. We see there the phoenix rising from the ashes. We have seen this coin before on the channel a while back now. We picked this up from the coin store. 1973. And then we see the owl as well, which is the symbol of the goddess Athena. And the other coin I had to remove from my collection is actually a €1, which has the same design on. I know I have it somewhere, but I've misplaced it for now, so we won't be seeing that one, but we'll get to the euros a bit later. And then we move on here to 1 drachma again, 1978 one though. We see a corvette boat. And then on this side, we have Constantine Cananis, Greek admiral. Lots and lots of historical figures on these Greek coins. And boats, that's their theme. So we'll rattle through them and show you all the different ones. This is a 1991 drachma now. On the obverse of this one we have Laskarina Bouboulina, who is a heroine of the Greek War of Independence. Lots of figures from the Greek War of Independence on their coins. Next up we've got 4 different dates of the 2 drachma. and actually two slight variations in text on them as well. See in the centre there where it says, I don't know if it's drachma, drachmae, drachmes. I think it might be drachmae here and then drachmes there. That might be completely wrong though. Yeah, the 82 is the new text. Then we've got the 76, 78, 80 of the old text. We see some crossed rifles there on that side. And then the portrait on this side is Georgios Karaiskakis. Again, a military commander in the Greek War of Independence. Then a different 2 drachma, made it slightly smaller. Ditched the cross rifles and instead went with, again, a naval theme. With the cannon, anchor and boat wheel there. 2 different dates on this one. And here we see Manto Mavroginis, another Greek heroine from the War of Independence there. Next up, 5 drachma. Again, some variation with the wording of drachma or drachmae. Pretty boring reverse, to be honest. Let's be honest, just text and the number. But on the obverse on this one, we've got Aristotle, Greek philosopher. Lived from 384 to 322 BC. Very famous name in Greek philosophy. Next up we've got 10 drachma. And this is one of my favourite designs with the atom. And on the obverse on this one, we've got another Greek philosopher in Democritus. And he lived before Aristotle was around, 460 to 370 BC. 5 different dates on that one. We won't go through them all. They're all pretty common. There's no real key dates in these circulating Greek coinage as far as I know. Next up we've got the 20 drachma. Parthenon there. And Pericles, who lived from 495 to 429 BC, even longer ago. He was a prominent and influential Greek statesman and general. Do like his hat. That's those 20s, and then they adapted the 20 drachma. Went with the olive branch there. And on the obverse on this one, we have poet and author of the national anthem, Dionysius Solomos, born just at the end of the 18th century. 3 different dates on that one. Then we move up to the 50 drachma. Quite a nice condition, this one. Showing about that. It's a little bit grubby down there by the M. 1980 there, we see the sea, the waves. And this side is in cracking shape. Just got the 1 date on this one, 1980. And there we see Solon, who was a lawmaker and poet from the 7th century BC. So I think that's the oldest figure we've seen so far. Pretty cool though. They do love the historical people on their coins. Then we got a 50 again, adapted slightly again. 3 dates on this one. And we see a traditional boat on this side. On the obverse we see a rather interesting character. And he's called Homer. And there's some debate over whether Homer actually even ever existed. And if he did exist, whether he should be credited in the way he was with all the works that he'd done. His most famous poems that he is sometimes credited for are the Iliad and the Odyssey. But some suggest that Homer is more of an encompassing sort of ideology of, not ideology, but that vein of creativity of that time, and that it's actually, those poems are the works of many people putting their brains together. A rather interesting topic to look into, something I need to learn a little bit more about. Then we move on to the 100 Drachma. And here we see Alexander the Great, who was king of ancient Greek kingdom, Macedonia, back in the 4th century BC. It's quite a cool portrait, that very, very old style portrait, isn't it? 3 dates on that. That one's a bit grubby, isn't it? I have to look out for a better one of those. But we're doing alright on a Greek date run, and we've actually got one commemorative here as well. And this is from the 1998 13th World Basketball Championships, hosted in Greece. That's why they commemorated it. There we see the players in action. I do love a bit of basketball myself. Not so much to watch. I don't mind watching it, but love to play it. And then that's it for the pre-Euro stuff. Then we move on to the Euros, which we've got most denominations of, just not the higher denominations. Here's the 1 cent, and they're running with a boat theme again at the beginning here. This is a trireme. 3 different dates on that. And then we see the Corvette again here. On the 2 cent, if it wants to focus for us. There we go. Which we saw earlier on the 1 drachma. Almost identical design. That's the 2 cent. And on the 5 cent, they've actually got a modern cargo ship. Interesting. In the 10 cent, we go back to a portrait, do we? Oh, what's that snuck in there? Baffled myself now. Not sure where that's from on the right. This is the one I thought they were all the same. What date is this? 2008. Well, maybe there's multiple different 10 euro cents. I need to look into that one because I'm not sure, but this is the one I've done the research on. This is Eleftherios, 18th century forerunner and leading figure of the Greek Federation. It's Greek writing, isn't it? I wonder if is it Greek? Is it Cypriot? Not sure on that. Maybe they changed the design. What dates have we got on these ones? 2004, 2002, 2017. So, unless it's a commemorative one, 2008. Research needed. I'll put something in the description or on text on screen. Let you know what it is. My bad. Then we've got the 20 cents. Yanis Kapodistrias, first governor of Greece after the Greek War of Independence there. And then to finish us off, we've got the 50 cent. And this is Eleftherios Venizelos, one of Greece's most prominent political figures in the late 19th and early 20th century. I'm sure we had the €1 somewhere, and we don't have any €2, so we need to get those, so we've at least got one of each. I'll let you know about that. Baffled myself there. I think it might have snuck into the wrong envelope, I'm not sure. But thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to do Germany in a separate episode, as I said. Stay tuned for that one. And then after that, we'll continue through the alphabet with H coming up soon. We've got more coin sets to do, some coin set showcase. And we've still got tub 3 and 4 to go through of those big tubs of coins as well. So plenty of content coming. Thanks for all your support. Keep tuned for more. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not. See ya.